Hi, it's now Saturday, March 14th. It's Pi Day, and it's been one of the most remarkable weeks ever, I think, in my lifetime, and this is definitely a historic week for the world, as basically everything is shutting down for this coronavirus pandemic. And it's crazy what's happening right now. There's like every event was canceled, and it really things really just escalated this week. A week ago was, things were in the news. Italy had just announced that it was closing down and imposing a quarantine on its country. And then I think it was around Monday that they announced that South by Southwest would be canceled, which seemed like a big thing, and it started setting off the dominoes. And then on Monday, the stock market started going down, and the stock market has had one of the worst weeks in history. And yeah, everything else, all public events. The NBA season was canceled on Wednesday. I think Wednesday is when things really got crazy. They canceled the rest of the NBA season. The March Madness for the NCAA was originally going to go on without any spectators at all, and then they announced that it would just be canceled altogether. Concerts are being canceled. Cities are banning any gatherings of people more than 200, and it's crazy. And it's a huge reaction, and it just shows how quickly panic and fear can grip and shape decisions across society without any pushback. I am afraid not of the virus itself, because it's just marginally more deadly than the standard flu, and the most at risk populations are those who are already at risk for disease. But I'm more afraid of the long term ramifications of this, the standard this is setting for society, the benchmarks it's setting for how we respond to crises, um, and and uh, and the economic effects. The you know this The stock market is one thing, but the fact that stores are closing down, and we all know that restaurants operate on such razor thin margins. Events, anyone who works in events, weddings, photographers, performers, musicians, and the support that goes into that, the concessions at sporting events, retail, even. These businesses cannot survive with with a shutdown of more than a couple weeks before they deplete their cash reserves. And I anticipate huge rounds of layoffs in the service and event and industry, and anything that's affected by the shutdown, which is most things that are not done fully online digitally. And of course, healthcare and groceries are obviously what's going to be continued throughout this. But even beyond that, these businesses are going to have reduced demand. People, after this, once things start reopening, people will be hesitant, I think, to go out to concerts and shows. Like, yes, even Coachella is postponed until October, but what happens then? Will people be afraid? I mean, I think there's going to be a fraction of society that will be just afraid of going out and going to big events permanently, and that's going to be a permanent. Thinking of this in economics terms, it will be a permanent reduction in the demand curve, and the growth is not going to pop back up to the same way it was. We're not going to see that, and so I expect this to be a reduction in long term growth for the global economy. And it's, I'm not just talking about, shareholder profits over human lives, but this means there will be fewer jobs. And most affected by this will be those who are not high earners. The lower earners are going to be out of jobs quicker. They're going to be harder to be hired. This could shift more jobs to automation as people want to reduce contact with physical people in person. So I see structural effects in the economy from this that that could really negatively affect everyone and our long-term well-being. We might be less well off as a society in the next upcoming years. We might have peaked in terms of wealth. So yeah, so it's kind of crazy. Right now, everyone's panic buying, and I think that's part of it. It's part of the reaction where you're gripped by fear, but I don't think that our supply chains are going to come to a halt. We're still going to have food on the table. Deliveries are still going to be made. There's still going to be gas at the gas stations. And a lot of restaurants and delivery and fast food are still going to be operating. But it's just the unknown. And so, when things are unknown, you want to take care of yourself and make sure that you have enough to feed yourself and your family. And that's understandable, but the information that's being spread and the way that the panic is just pervading everything does give me pause. And yeah, the the response to the actual infection itself is just insane. I think the fact that the United States is not testing people at the rate that they should have is horrible. I'm operating under the assumption that the virus is already prevalent everywhere I go, and there's, I probably have it. Well, not probably. I don't know. Maybe like 40%. I have no idea. Every time I feel a little tickle in my throat or I feel tired, I'm now doubting, like, maybe I do have it. But of course, I'm not going to get tested, so who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, for now, I don't know what to do. I'll just keep on keeping on. And the good news for me is work is coming in. I've been, as you can see, I'm in LA. I've been here in my mom's house, and I don't think I've shown you. It's been, the rooms and everything have been painted this warm shade of yellow, which was a big adjustment because it used to be just white before. So it's more colorful and warm here, which is, it's good. I like it. I like the color theme. It's just an adjustment because I've been here. And then, yeah, I've been here working for a startup, doing business development and marketing for them. And it's a 4-person team. They just launched in January and it's going well. They want to keep me on full time. However, I have to fly back to San Francisco tomorrow, Sunday, because on Monday I got hired at a men's online grooming company to audit and fix their marketing processes. And yeah, so I'll be doing that. So I'm going to be doing those two alongside each other. I think each one, I promise, no more than 20 hours a week. I'm going to be splitting it and kind of transitioning my workload over these next couple of weeks. And then in a month or so, I'll be more close to full-time working for the Bay Area company, which is called Everyman Jack. And then I have an interview with Marketer Hire on Monday, which is an agency that will refer me to remote jobs instantly. And that's pretty good. And then there's another potential position with Right Side Up that they're referring me to. And they asked me to see if I have experience with the digital marketing channels that that company needs. And I do. So yeah, we'll see. We'll take it from there. Otherwise, yeah, I'm going to be busy with work. And there's a chance maybe in a week I'm going to need to come back to LA to pick up my car and drive it to San Francisco. But I decided not to do that right now. We'll see. Because the parking situation is a bit of a challenge, and I don't want to be I don't want to be that guy. Um, yeah, I'm just thinking through because my mom said Uncle Ben should come with me to San Francisco, and I don't know. I don't know if I don't know what to do with the car if I bring it this week. Next week, I'm planning to be on site at Everyman Jack a little more frequently, and it makes more sense for me to have the car in the following week. But this upcoming week is too soon because I'm only promised to be there one day. Anyway, that's all for now. I've talked for 10 minutes, but the end of the world is happening, the apocalypse is happening, and people are going crazy. And everyone's social distancing and shutting down, and this is it's scary for me, again, not because of the virus, but because I like being around people, and I don't know how to handle it. So I don't, I mean, we'll be fine, but I don't want the world to become antisocial and sad and depressed. Anyway, I guess now everyone's washing their hands, so my secret to not getting sick is out. I haven't gotten the flu ever, and this whole winter I haven't even gotten a cold, so I mean, knock on wood, but my good luck will hopefully continue. And I hope all of these restrictions are lifted so I can start traveling again and going on trips. I mean, I can, but like, I don't think the Kentucky Derby is going to happen at this rate. And who knows what's going to happen with the Olympics, which I have my tickets to the events. I don't have a flight book, but I want to. So we'll see. Anyway, that's all. I know it's been a while since I've checked in, and I'm looking messy because I'm here at home in my mom's my mom's house in my childhood room, which has been repainted, so it looks completely different. But that's all from me. I'll see y'all later. Peace.